Hey, YouTube, it's another perfect day in God's country, and I ain't lying. Boy, I ought to groom myself. Hey, I ought to groom myself before I hit record, eh? It's another perfect day in God's country, and I ain't lying. Thank you to each and every one of you for taking yet another minute out of your day to hang out with me, Lucky Haskins, for yet another moment of truth. Hey there, Kobe. I don't know if y'all can hear Kobe in here snorting and grunting. He wants Daddy's attention. That's my dog, my faithful black lab here. He's the best. Kobe, you're the best gosh darn dog in the whole house, I swear. All right, y'all, let's get right down to it. Propaganda for dummies. This is going to be a quick video this morning because there ain't a whole lot to tell you about. I'm going to really simplify. I've spent a lot of hours talking about propaganda on this channel, and I'm just going to simplify it for you guys this morning. Let's talk about the television programming. As I've told you guys many times, the television was put into people's homes for one reason and one reason only. They had this plan right from the early 1900s. They talked about it. They made movies about it. They got the television in everybody's home so they could program you. And we were only talking about second generation, New World Order, as the elite call this place. Second generation New World Order babies. They were able to be told directly what was happening to them. Here, put the television in your house. We're going to give you a guide to television programming, and your programs will come on through your favorite channels, and we can program you there right in the comfort of your home and mold this society into exactly what we want. People ran out, paid their own hard-earned money to get the television, brought it in their house, and started adamantly allowing the owners and controllers of information to program them. Very simple. Now, over my lifetime, and let's go all the way back to, let's say, the 40s, okay, we're just going to talk about through our entire lifetimes of television programming. We know that they program us in many, many more ways than television. I like to say when we're branching out now and we're talking about the internet and all of that, please understand that the television was the first primary form of this, and most of these other forms are just going to fall under that umbrella, metaphorically speaking. As I say television, I get it. We don't watch television much anymore. We watch the YouTube. You're still getting television programming saturated through the YouTube. Trust me. Now let's just look at the main propaganda points of our lifetime, leaving out all of the satanic horseshit they've thrown at us, the vampires, the werewolves, all the Frankenstein, all the creepy shit they've thrown at us for all these years. Let's rule that out. We don't necessarily know the purpose of all that, and that's a whole nother discussion. But let's look at the main propaganda that they run on the television programming channels all day, every day, week after week after week after week, all year long, your entire life. Number one piece of propaganda, always on your television programming channels, your entire life will be the globe earth. The number two, at least for the last 50 years, the number two piece of giant propaganda crammed down your throat on your television year after year, day after day, 24 hours a day, every few minutes, no matter what. Now, much of it is sideways programming. We talk about that a lot on this channel, but it's all propaganda programming, and that is climate change. So we got the biggest propaganda, the globe earth. The second biggest propaganda, climate change. The third largest propaganda, again, falls under the globe earth umbrella. Take these 6 continents, tell them they're all individually owned and discovered, put faulty governments in place, pit them against each other, chuck bombs at each other, shoot each other, make them shoot each other from time to time to make it all seem real, little truth with lies. What is the third biggest piece of propaganda? War! War! Specifically, what's been used for 65 to 70 years now? Atomic war. Atomic bombs, folks. Atomic bombs. The globe earth. Climate change. The top 3 pieces of information and sideways propaganda that will be on your television 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, anytime you turn it on. You will get globe earth propaganda within 20 minutes, no matter what you're watching on any network television channel. Globe earth propaganda is number one. Climate change, number two. War, number three. What is the number four? Number four biggest piece of propaganda thrown at us over the past 40 years. Illness, virus. You're going to get sick. Take our dope. Come to see the doctor. Take our drugs. Get some more prescriptions. You'll feel better. Illness, virus, the number four. You all gonna die. If you don't die from an atomic war, you're gonna die from illness. You're gonna die from a virus. That's the number four propaganda. The number five propaganda, absolutely all over your television since before you were born and still all over your television 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can't go 20 minutes on your television without getting outer space alien propaganda. Aliens, the number fifth biggest piece of propaganda pushed on your television your entire life. Understand, folks, I'm simplifying this. This is propaganda for dummies. We still got people that think this Artemis thing was real. We still got people that think they live on this fabricated theoretical horseshit model called the heliocentric model. We need to speak clearly. So I am giving you the 5 main propaganda points that have been etched into your mind since you were born into this realm, and you will go out the other end of this realm having these 5 pieces of propaganda absolutely shoved down your throat. Why? Because those are the biggest agendas of the ruling class elite to run society the way they need it to go. All of those 5 agendas: the globe earth, climate change, war, aliens, and illness. Are you guys listening clearly? Hopefully after this video, you'll be able to spend a few minutes thinking and going, Jesus Christ, is Lucky ever right? That's all that's on the TV. If that's not it, then it's going to be crime, blood, gore, and vampires. That's it, okay? These are the 5 main pieces of propaganda. Now, what do they have in common? Well, all of those pieces of propaganda push every single agenda they've pushed upon the masses, all false, all faulty, and have been used to guide humanity straight down the toilet where we see it going to this day. It's all by design because humanity sucked up those 5 pieces of propaganda they were programmed with since they were born until today. The 5 pieces of propaganda again: the globe earth, climate change, aliens, war, and illness. Right? Anybody got any arguments against any of that? Now, let's talk about each one of those, because they have something other in common than them pushing these agendas upon the people and programming the populace for 100 years. They have something else in common. They're all science fiction. Let's talk about it. The globe earth, the heliocentric model, ever proven? No, never proven. It's a theoretical model and a really bad one. It disagrees with experiment. It will never be proven because it disagrees with experiment. That's all you need to know. The rest is gibberish. Unfortunately, we have millions of mental midgets running around that think a theoretical model becomes reality if you can't prove it wrong. They're too far gone, and they have become mental midgets by design. They're living in a state of psychosis, which means living in a false reality. I'm explaining to you guys how the elite brought humanity into a state of psychosis. Okay? Globe earth, heliocentric model. Never proven, but the mental midgets would say, provide proof of the flat earth. Dude, the globe was never proven. That's far more important than anybody having to prove anything to you. There is nothing to prove to you The heliocentric model is a really bad hypothesis that disagrees with experiment. So a bunch of fabricated fictional science was created to pretend that the theoretical model could function on paper. They still have not been able to make it work even on paper. It is not reality. It's not where you live. It's science fiction. The number one piece of propaganda on the 6 known continents that lie within the waters in this realm that we call home, the heliocentric model, 100%. Number 2, climate change, completely fabricated, dependent upon the globe. And of course, you don't need me to tell you, not only is climate change science fiction, you don't need me to tell you anymore that they are spraying the skies every single day. I heard a little murmur the other day that somebody in the truth community is trying to argue that they are very persistent condensation trails. Folks, that all I can say to that is get off your computer and go outside, man. Whoever in the truth community is trying to push that, folks, get off your computer and go outside. Now, I live in a very interesting spot that makes it very easy to prove chemtrails. We're not in a flight path. The only planes we get are chemtrail planes. Thank you very much. I don't even want to talk about that nonsense. Anybody that would claim that they're not spraying the skies is a buffoon, but hey, that's just the way it is. Number 3, war. Atomic bombs. Well, guess what, folks? What is an atom? Science fiction. It's a theory. It's never been proven. Why has it never been proven? Because it disagrees with experiment. If it disagrees with experiment, it's going to remain a theory. Never going to be proven. You can't prove a theory that disagrees with experiment ever. Atoms. Science fiction. Biggest agenda. Nuclear war, the Cold War. We're going to split the atom and blow up the earth. Atoms, science fiction, theoretical science. Are we seeing a pattern yet? No, we're not. Illness, oh my God. The germ theory, the virus theory. Again, 2 more forms of science fiction. Strange how every single thing they've been programming with us with for the last 100 years is reliant on science fiction. That's bizarre, Lucky. Yeah, the atoms, neutrons, protons, science fiction, never proven. Why weren't they proven, Lucky? Because they disagree with experiment. They're never gonna be proven. They're science fiction. Get over it. If you like the theory, that's fine. I wouldn't recommend you allow it to guide your life because it's not real. It's science fiction. The globe Earth, never proven because it's not real. It doesn't exist. It's science fiction. Okay? Climate change, never going to be proven. It doesn't exist. It's science fiction. Aliens. All aliens are is to preach your belief in outer space, which doesn't exist. Why doesn't outer space exist, Lucky? Well, it happens to disagree with experiment. Outer space is simply a theoretical proposed location designed to pretend that the heliocentric model has some viability, again, on paper, not in reality, folks. The scientists that teach you the heliocentric theory know it's a theory. They know it's science fiction. It is only the mental midgets amongst us that spend any time thinking or trying to convince people that the globe Earth heliocentric theoretical model is somehow reality. It is science fiction. Never been proven, never will be proven because it disagrees with experiment. It's a television programming channel. It's a television show. Period. Okay? Nobody goes to space. Nobody's going to go above about 90,000 feet. We know this. That's it. It's as high as we can go. Get over it. Illness. Oh, my Lord. The 5th and final largest piece of propaganda. Go to the doctor, get the prescription, get the dope, and you won't be sick. The virus, what is it, folks? Say it with me. Theory. The virus theory, which there's numerous models, proposed models. Folks, anytime one of these mental midgets tries to tell you they live on a globe The next thing they're going to try to tell you is that you don't understand what a theory is. Next time some mental midget tries to use that mockery on you, explain to him what a theory is. A theory in science is fiction. The definition of fiction means from the mind of the author. Theories are made up to explore things. And they'll tell you, oh, theories are used as part of the scientific method. Folks, not in any of these agendas. The scientific method would force you to scrap all 5 of these propaganda agendas that I just told you. The heliocentric model, provably wrong, disagrees with experiment. It's why it's still a theory, will never be proven. Climate change, they're controlling the weather, folks. Look up. Aliens don't exist. Outer space doesn't exist. Aliens are simply globe Earth propaganda. Get over it. They don't exist. Atomic theory. Atoms don't exist. They're fictional. They were proposed. It disagrees with experiment, so they can't be proven. Stop believing in science fiction. Atoms, science fiction, they don't exist. Protons, neutrons, science fiction, they don't exist. Germs, viruses, science fiction, they don't exist. Very easy for the owners and controllers of this human populace and the owners and controllers of the information in this realm to fool humanity using theoretical science and then implying that it is the reality. Now, for those of you who fall for all the rhetoric, look, he thinks he's smarter than science. Ironically, most people don't know this. The only 2 groups of people in this realm left that agree on what Lucky's telling you right now are the highest levels of academia and the experienced and professional scientists and the people that know the earth is flat. We are the ones that understand what a theory is in science, okay? A theory is not reality, no matter how many times you guys want it to be, because you like the theories. Now, if you have to ask, why would they lie? You are the product, okay? Ask yourself, who can I help today? And most importantly, go out there and do it, folks.